Hello friends, it's Candace and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be diving into my jewelry collection. Yes, I know many of you asked about it when I did my left ear piercing tour because I had mentioned that perhaps it could be an option, and I'm going to be doing that just for you. Before I get into anything, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more piercing content. I'm always pointing, I'm sorry, I just don't know how to talk to people. Don't forget to like this video down below if you like piercing stuff. Comment down below what other things you'd like to see from me. I'm planning to do a lot more piercing content, so if you have anything specific that you have a question on, anything, just leave a comment down below and maybe I'll make a video about it. And don't forget to subscribe so you can see all of the videos I make about piercings. And I also dabble in a little bit of hair videos. If you're not into that, don't worry, you can just skip those videos and there's definitely going to be plenty more piercing stuff to satisfy your piercing urge. Before I get into the clips with my jewelry box and everything, I just wanted to do a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm not making this video to brag. I have accumulated all of these jewelries over the course of years, and I would also like to note that that's all I spend my money on. So if you're feeling jealous or anything like that, just know that this is the only thing I have to my name. Like, if you have a car, you're probably better off than me. If you have your own apartment, you're probably better off than me. But this was my choice, and you know, jewelry just makes me happy, so that's why I spent all my money on it. Anyway, and the next thing I wanted to say, you might see some repeats from what was in my ears. That's because I took out some titanium threadless ends, just since I feel like the titanium flat discs, they're just like 2mm flat discs and a little like titanium threadless ball. They're not even anodized or anything, so I figured those were a little bit more boring and might be a little bit more boring to feature in the jewelry collection. So I'm just going to be going through what's in the jewelry box. I took the titanium stuff out and switched them with some of the gold that was in my ears, so you might see some duplicates. So by the end of this video, I think you will probably have seen pretty much all the jewelry that I currently own. Between my left and right ear piercing tours, the coin slot video that I'm pretty sure I probably already posted, and probably the next coin slot video that I'm gonna post, which I don't know the order I'm gonna post these things, but there's probably already one coin slot video up, and stay tuned for the next one. So beyond all that, with all of those videos in mind, that's pretty much all the jewelry I own. You know everything at this point. We're like jewelry best friends, right? And as I go through everything, just comment down below which one's your favorite piece. I happen to like a lot of them, but that's just because I bought them. Some of them I don't like so much, but I might mention that in the video coming right now. So I'm gonna just try my best to keep this as steady as possible. So the first one up is my name necklace. You've probably seen this in a few of my videos, and it is actually from the same brand that made Carrie's necklace from Sex and the City. The next thing here is just a bracelet that I got from my friend because they're, you know, my friend's tying the knot, so I'm gonna be a bridesmaid. I know, I'm gonna be a bridesmaid twice next year, so all of this wasn't together just like before I started filming this. I definitely arranged this. Anyway, so there's that. So there's this necklace and this bracelet. The next thing up are these hoop earrings. They're just like, wow, one-handed is not the thing. They just like pop out like that. And then this is the part that goes in your ear. And it's a 12 gauge wearable surface. Let me see if I can close this. And this isn't actually a practical spot for it. I just have it here for the show. These hoops are the distressed hoops, and they're from Diablo Organics. And I think I'm not sure if they're just brass or if they're brass plated with gold. I think they're just brass though. Oops. Oh, that was skillful. This is a mess. Okay, I'll just start from the top here. In this one, I have two 16 gauge rings. There are two 16 gauge Maria Tash clickers. I have this little, so this one is an 18 gauge scallop set clicker from Maria Tash. The next one, this is a seam ring from bvla. This is the Azalea. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. It's just a 16 gauge seam ring, and I thought it was really pretty. And I had it in my doth. It was just a little bit too big, so I'm just going to wait to use this until I get a doth piercing on my other ear, because I'm pretty sure I'll have enough room on my other ear. This one here is just a custom bent circular barbell. There's no ends in it. In this one here, I have a few no-pull piercing discs and a few of those like funky designs of the Chaos O-rings. This next one here, this is just an earring my boyfriend got me, and I think it's super pretty, and he got it to match these ones, which it matches perfectly. In this one, I have a 16 gauge threaded post. In this one, oh, there's hair in here. Yeah. In this one, I have some 16 gauge curved barbells. This one is anodized, a gold color right there. In this one, I have a bunch of 18 gauge posts. This is what happens when you don't go to your piercer to get your jewelry downsized and you just buy a bunch of different sizes online. Don't be like me. Just get what you need. Look at all these posts. Just get what you need. In this one, wow, it looks like this is a cobweb. It's just a shadow. This one has 14 gauge threaded librets. Super boring. This one has 16 and 14 gauge glass retainer. They're just like clear glass curves, pretty much. Oh, they look good there. These are all of my 16 gauge posts, and mind you, all of my ears are full. Like, every piercing I own is full of jewelry, so I don't know who I am having all of these, but if you see here, a couple of them are anodized a gold color, but most of them are just silver. Then this one here is just some 14, and I think there's a couple 12 gauge threadless posts. Oh, I don't know if I said these are threadless, these are threadless, these are threadless. Okay, now going down here, kind of funny, I have a sorry it's dusty, I couldn't clean it, okay? So in here, I actually have a comedone extractor, which you might think that's weird. I don't really use this for blackheads or pimples or anything. I actually just use this to help me get my nostril jewelry out, so that's why I have it in my jewelry box, so I'll always have it if I want to do anything fun. This is a Septum mustache that my sister got me for Christmas last year, so I love that. Why is there hair everywhere? Okay, so moving down, I have my 4 gauge septum ring. I just got it so I could have something big because I was excited because I had my punched septum, so I just got it to have something big so I could actually show it off, because all I had in was this plug. I think I actually had a longer plug than this, but I have no idea where it went. So these are my septum. This whole row is for my septum stuff. This one is the 4 gauge, and then I don't know the sizes of these, but then it goes up in like half sizes up to like, I think a 1 gauge. I think so. And then these are clear glass retainers for my septum. This one's a 4 gauge, and I think this one is up to a 0 gauge. I think this is a 2 gauge. So there's all that. And then these are just some ear skins that I had for my septum. And if you see, oh no, when I got to larger sizes, I couldn't get it to work properly. My septum is filling up my sweet spot so much that I had to cut the edge, because the way ear skin normally looks, it has a really, sorry it's dusty, it has a really big ridge. So this ridge, oh, let me try to hold it right. So this ridge, you can see how like pronounced it is. I'll compare. So you can see here, I had to cut it off because how big this ridge goes really just cut into the front of my nose, so I had to cut it. And then the next one down, I just have a bunch of plugs. Oh no. These ones here were actually the first ones that I got in my conch holes, and they're both too small now. They're different sizes because the person who did it made them 2 different sizes for me for some reason. Well, really 2 different shapes, but yeah, so my right one is smaller than my left one, and it was just cut that way. Anyway, actually, funny enough, I went to the doctor while wearing this once, and he looked inside my ear, and he was like, "What is that?" And he thought it was a boil or something, and I was like, "No, it's just jewelry." But anyway, so I got I went with the same feeling and I got like these other amber ones, which I'm not sure. I think I got these for my septum as like, maybe this is like a 0 gauge or something, or maybe this is a like half size or something. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't even like to wear plugs in my holes. Anyway, these ones are blue lapis and I think they're so pretty. I had 2 of these. I think the other one must be in my other jewelry box. I have a second one of these 2. Oh, this is dirty. I cleaned everything but this, I guess. I don't think I really like screw back things. These ones are so pretty, and honestly, if I wore anything, I would wear these if I liked to wear anything. And I like that the back is blue. It's really fitting my theme. Then these ones, you know, always got the rose quartz. Okay, I'm gonna go up this side. This is just a bracelet. Okay, these next ones are I think 10 gauge. These ones are 12 gauge and 10 gauge captive bead rings. And yeah, so I just got 2 pairs of each. And then this one is a 14 gauge captive bead ring. And listen, people, if you like your jewelry, this is why you don't do it at home. This is why you don't change your jewelry at home, because you will probably mangle it, especially 14 gauge for my little fingers. This was in my doth for like the whole healing process, and I just wanted to change it to that azalea one that's over here. And I just couldn't wait, so I changed it, and this kind of mangled. I'm not really a captive bead kind of person anyway, so I didn't mind, but this isn't even gold. Hold on. This is actually anodized to a gold color. Let me see if I can focus. If you see, you can see where I used pliers to try to like get it off my ear, where it's kind of like, oh, you can see right there. It's kind of like chewed up. So yeah, not really good for putting into a piercing anymore because it's mangled completely. I could probably hammer it to be flat, but there's scratches all up on it. And then here I have insertion pin tapers. What are they called? Pin insertion tapers. I have 2 here. I had 3, but then I broke one and I lost the other, and I bought a replacement one, which is why one is longer than the other now. This shorter one is an 18 gauge one, which I use for my nostril jewelry when I switch it out. And then this longer one is a 16 gauge one. And it's just super helpful to have, especially with threadless jewelry. It makes it super easy to change your jewelry. Here I just have some junk jewelry. Okay, then moving up here, I have a bunch of curved barbells. These 2 are also curves. I think these ones are longer. This is a curve also. These are straight posts. And like these ones don't have anything inside, so that's why they're in here like this. But since the rest of these have 2 sides, I left both out. And then these are just straight posts. This one is an M&M. Ah, where did it go? Okay. This is an M&M shaped end. I think that's from Anatometal. I'm not sure. This is also a threaded end. This is also a threaded end. It's just a little flat end there. And then all of these are 3-prong fopals from Industrial Strength, and they are in the Capri blue color. This used to be my aesthetic, like so pretty. And then I had these flat ones too. These are just the same thing, Industrial Strength. Then this one, this, oh my god. Then this one, these 2 balls are just anodized a gold color. And then this one, these are slightly bigger balls than like your average. All of these are internally threaded jewelries. I think I'm gonna use this. Let's see how that looks. I think I'll use this insertion taper to help me gesture. This one here, you probably saw it a little bit in my left ear piercing tour. This is the bvla Cherry Blossom Cluster, and this is a 14 gauge threaded piece. I custom ordered this one to match my piercing theme, so it's got turquoise in the middle and opals on the outside, and then the outside ones have opals in the middle, and turquoise on the outside. The next one down is a threadless 2mm faceted opal. This next one down is the Amity from BVLA. And this is actually my only 16 gauge threaded piece, which is why I have that one 16 gauge threaded post over there. I ordered this from a piercer out in San Francisco. And then this, you know, this is our favorite. It's been in both of my piercing tours, so sorry about that. But this is the bead swirl end from BVLA with, you know, just the white opal. These two are diamond earrings. These two are from the Piercing Pagoda. They're just CZ with like yellow on the sides. The next one, oh wait, there's this whole row. The next one here is another threadless end, and this is the Virtue end from Anatometal. It's got a light blue opal in it. Then the next one down is a threadless gold ball, and this one is from Leroi. I don't know how to pronounce that. The next one down is once again, the gold maple leaf from Anatometal. Oh my gosh, my little tail is bent. It's probably better off. When I got this, the stem was going straight. Now you can see my manhandling has definitely flattened that out, which I can't say I'm too mad about. The next one up, oh, this is closer up. This is way better. I'll just say these two. These are the king and the queen ends. They're both from Anatometal. They're really pretty because they have this like crown detailing. So I think they're super pretty. This next one down here, I'm actually not quite sure what this is. I think this is the purity end from Anatometal. I got this from one of the piercers that I've gone to, and it's just a turquoise in the middle. Oh, I think I forgot to say these are also threadless. All the remaining ones are threadless actually, so if I don't mention it, they're all threadless pieces. So then moving on down, this I got from my piercer, and it is the Bindi end from Leroi. This one I bought from Body Art Forms. Again, there was a while where I was buying things on Body Art Forms when they had like 30% off sales, and I was just like, I want to get as much gold as I want to fill my ears. Meanwhile, now I have like so much. Like, I switched out 3 ends so that this would be a little bit more full of gold, but there's way more than 3 extra gold ends in here, so it's just kind of crazy. I have way too much jewelry. Anyway, this next one down is the Tama threadless end, and this one is from Anatometal. This one you saw from my ear piercing tour. This is the bezel set Kabochan from BVLA, and this is just the turquoise color. I believe these two I bought from Body Art Forms, and I just strung along here a pupil haul 3-bead chain. I think this was a nipple chain. It's able to fit a 12 gauge barbell, and that's the only reason it's called a nipple chain. It's just like a little bit longer, and it's got a little bit of a bigger jump ring on the end. So the next ones are these two bees, which are super cute, and I love them. And if you're wondering why I have so many pairs, it's basically because either I had them in my lobes or another set of piercings that were together, which are these two squares, or like the rest of them, I wanted them for my nostrils so that I would have a pair of anything that I wanted to put in my nostrils. So these two are just gold bees, and they're from Leroi, and I think they're so pretty, and they're just so freaking cute. The only reason I don't have them in is they're kind of hard to take out since they're so flat. Like, I'm always scared I'm gonna bend them and break them, and I have broken one before. I broke the little pin off, but they were able to fix it no problem. These two, I'm actually not sure. I bought these from the same piercer I bought this one from, and they don't have a website, so I can't just like look on the website to see what brand they stock and like what it's actually called from that particular brand. But I think this is from Leroi, at least they have a similar one, but this is such a basic thing, probably any brand has it. So these next two I got from Body Art Forms, probably on sale again. These two are 2.5mm, and these two are 1.5mm. Now I will say the 1.5mm is way too small for pretty much anything, except for like healed piercings, but it's almost like, if you think about it, it's kind of like the size of a nose bone. So like if you have an 18 gauge post, this is only 0.5 millimeter wider all around. So it's not even 0.5 millimeter overhang because it's 1/4 of a millimeter overhang on each side of the post. So they're just kind of really tiny, but these are fine. I just would prefer to wear my hammered disc from BVLA because they're the same size, I think. Here, we're getting towards the end. These are the 4 bead clusters from Leroi. And then these are some of my favorites. And I actually have a turquoise version. I have a pair of turquoise ones that I had custom ordered in my nostrils currently. But these ones are the mini candy from BVLA. And these are in the opal version. And then last but not least, I have from BVLA another bezel set, Cabo-chan, but these are in white opal. If I missed any stones, I don't think I said these are just CZs. They're not diamonds or anything. And then, yeah, if I missed any stones, it's all white opal and turquoise. I'm not sure if these are faux or not. I have a bunch of extra little baggies in here. And that's good if you're ever changing your jewelry and you wanted to bring jewelry into your piercer. It's good to have a spare baggie that you can just pop the jewelry in. That way when you hand it to your piercer, they don't have to worry about like you touching dirty jewelry with your gloves or anything like that. That's my whole collection, at least body jewelry collection, which is what I assume most of you are here for. And I'll send you back off for the outro. Delightful. I always love going through all my jewelry, and I'm so glad I was able to create this video for you guys, and I hope you really liked it. Let me know anything you didn't like. You can go ahead and comment that down below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this video if you liked it. And follow me on Instagram at CandanceL, and you can DM me any questions you have, any comments you have. And if I get enough questions, perhaps I'll make a video on the questions. So definitely go ahead and do that. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all I have to say, and I just want to thank you all so much for watching. I love ya. See you in the next one. Bye!